I just want to say shout out to all the beings that support, my journey, and they can see themselves through my journey. And every video is just a realization of the things that I witness behind closed doors, and I just bring them to the audience that isn't able to see what I'm able to see. Even though you're able to see what I'm seeing, but I'm going to help paint a picture for you so that you can be guided to your own guidance. And also, by the way, I'm on the way to a meeting right now within the city, and this is going to be about teen healthcare and first aid and all that. Also, I recommend getting your CPR certification. I feel like if you are CPI certified or CPR certified, that is actually very important, because what you're going to do how can you do the Heimlich maneuver if you don't know how to do the Heimlich maneuver? How do you know CPR if you don't know CPR? It's not like how it is on the movies or TV shows. You actually had to learn how to do CPR. I'm just saying, because if your family or your siblings or whoever, your loved one, is choking on some food and they pass out and you're the only one right there, that's all I'm going to say. Celestial Rising, Divine to Noon, and Grand Night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's Divine Reflection, Divine Messenger. And we are back with another. Your age is your level of consciousness, not your birth year. Message and understand. If you choose to and you enjoy these videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages. And if I'm able to piss you off throughout this video, that's my goal. That's always, not always my goal, but that's sometimes a thing I strive for. If I can piss you off, then you aren't slave to my open-minded mindset. Now, we had 7 key points today, and your boy is tired. But it's all good though, because we rest whenever it's all said and done, but just bear with me, because I actually did not go to sleep. I had 4 hours of sleep last night, but yet we still get into it. It is what it is, right? 7 key points, and I wanted to write them down, but I didn't feel like it. I was just like, let me go ahead and do the electronic way. Let me go ahead and get the same exact contradictions going on. And so for the first one, we got to understand that in this illusion, time is the illusionary. Time is the puppet master. When we understand that, we'll be able to see that our soul exists beyond their time limit. Meaning that your time is so expanded that you cannot articulate how old you always been. So the younger you are does not mean the older you are, my nigga. It's the experience of how many experiences you have lived. Not only that, whenever a soul or a spiritual development of an observation is becoming a newborn or is newborn in this realm, it doesn't mean that they are just younger in this experiment. Because in the experience, they are still older than the old experiments that they have had as well. We actually all don't have an age. So if you're watching this, your birthday's probably coming up, because I know mine is coming up in between March 5th and March 11th. I'm gonna let you figure that date out. But every time we go to do this experience, we are understanding that we have already aged every single day. Your birthday is literally today and tomorrow, so on and so forth. Even like a new year. People feel as if the new year is March 21st, April, so on and so forth. There is no new year, my nigga. And the thing is, what I realized too, even as I'm in a group chat right now with people who are claiming to be spiritual or conscious, or whatever the case may be, I realize that people always want to be a teacher, but they can't be a studious teacher. It's like, how are you trying to teach somebody something, but you can't be studious to learn your own teachings? It's like when you tell somebody, like when they ask you, how old are you? If somebody was to ask me, how old am I would say I'm infinite. Niggas would be like, no, bro, you know what I mean. What the fuck do you mean? Well, what kind of question is that? So people claim that, you heard that? People claim that you had to be at a certain enlightenment in order for you to be equated with their mindset. Whole entire time, when you're too conscious for them, they don't want to hear your mindset anymore. They don't want to hear your perspective anymore, because it sounds too enlightening. Literally. People who are unconscious will get mad because you're more conscious than them. They'll steal your consciousness and then act like it's their own saying or their own doing. I noticed that about whenever I say some shit in like a group chat, for example, somebody will take my idea and then say it and feel as if when they get a reaction or validation or an emote response, that's when they feel more better about themselves. They feel more masculine about themselves, because a lot of these people are actually feminine versions of their inverted mindset. Our soul goes beyond this whole inverted mindset. And because we can't set our intentions correctly, people intend to do harm upon others that don't harm themselves. People harm themselves every single day because they've been harmed by themselves. And then people want to blame other people besides themselves. The next one, your soul experience in a reincarnation synthetic loop that you think you are not enslaved in. If you don't drive correctly, my brother, now, we understand that when you are newly born in this developed experiment underwater, you understand that you can have lived many past lives, but understand as well, because you have lived many past lives, you are able to carry more wisdom than an elder or a guardian in this realm. Now, that's the thing as well though. And I say now because when you understand that perspective right there, you can realize that you can live this life just one time and be smarter than your guardian. They won't even realize how unconscious they've been until you start talking in higher realms or higher dimensions that you exist in, because you have to be aware of, once again, your inception. Meaning that if you go back and watch the Leonardo DiCaprio movie or just a documentary about your mindset, you'll be able to see that you are ageless. So the only reason why you look like you're rotting or deteriorating is because of the air quality that you are breathing in continuously every single day. Not only that, many of you are not able to digest the rays of the solar illumination that exists within the sky. So because of that, when you are able to dissect what is in the skies, you'll be able to remove the poison that's from your mind. Not only just that, but the air quality in general. Because of course you're breathing in your unconsciousness in general, because you're not actually here generally. So because of that, you have to be the general of your mind, because your mind transcends all when you can free it. You have to be able to free it from your guardian's strength, from your guardian's dominance, from your guardian's fear propaganda. You've been beat so much because you weren't submissive to authority. You knew that there was more for you to be listening to and for you to be demanding upon doing, but you didn't want to do things that didn't make any sense. So you got beat for it because it never made sense to your parents or your guardian. That's how old you were. You were so far, you were wise beyond your years that your mother and father or your guardian, whoever, couldn't take it no more. They were like, all right, we got to beat some sense into you because you think you know more than what you know. And just know you still a child, so stay in a child's place. No. There are no children, but save the youth. There are no children, but save the youth. Now, the third key point. Your wisdom is not measured by the age of your years. Excuse me. I hope you know that. Excuse me. When you realize that, a lot of newly bred beings in this harvesting realm, a lot of these beings are, for one, they have deep introspection of the knowledge that they are able to wield within their whole life extension. They're able to understand that they can teach themselves things whenever they choose to, whenever they please to. And they realize now in this generation that they're able to contradict information, but not everybody can contradict that information because they don't know how to contradict their own informative way of seeing, being, feeling, and doing, and acting upon the doings that they are acting in. Some people understand that. You have to realize that knowledge has no knowing. Knowledge has no knowing. You cannot know knowledge or information. You can't. But see, you can. But you can. Because when you understand that, you realize that you can know anything you want, because spiritually you know everything. But physically, you had to talk about it. You have to make it unconscious. And my bad, it is 8:30 a.m. So my body is just now waking up to a circadian rhythm. But mentally, I'm ahead of time right now. So my body got to catch up. So as you see me coughing and all that, get my mind right, I'm just stumbling upon my awakening. but I've been up. So, hey, body, you better go ahead and wake the fuck up. Now, when you understand your awareness too, you understand that as you are aware within your knowledge, you'll realize that a lot of adults are ignorant their whole entire life because your wisdom cannot be defined by your years. Yeah, literally. And then too, you can't even measure your time of years that you are learning in because it's all a soul experience. Because the thing is too, how much experience have you learned within your solar complex database? Because your database is actually complex, and the thing is too, you had to be able to see both perspectives of light and dark. So you had to be able to meet your dark side, your alter ego, that infinite realm of possibility for you to understand who you are in the light spectrum of your bearings. Because as you are bearing more embracement for your being, you are being a better you every single day, because of course you don't give a fuck. Why would you? So when you have wisdom, you don't care to go back and forth over, for an example, science or genetics or age or God or religion or music or celebrities or sellouts. It's like people who sit there and brag about their enlightenment aren't actually enlightened. I hope you know that. If somebody sit there and if you're going back and forth with somebody saying, oh, I'm smarter than you or you're dumb as fuck, if we're name calling, that's not intelligence. You're actually projecting your ignorance onto somebody else. Not only that, if you had to sit there and brag about how smart you are, that's how dumb you are. Because intelligence would never brag about how dumb it is. Therefore, if you're even talking, that's how stupid you are. That's exactly why I know I'm an idiot. I'll embrace that. But that's what keeps me intelligent, because I'm aware of my intelligence. You can't stop me from being intelligent, nigga. I know that I'm a genius, because why? I say it every single day. And what's crazy, I'm still an idiot for saying I'm a genius. So what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm insane, right? But that's what keeps me in my own sanity. I'm aware of it. You can't measure my wisdom because I have no age into it. The next one. The growth of your spirit and your consciousness is non-linear. You can't equate that on a linear time spectrum of time. When you realize that your awakening is not attached to your age at all whatsoever. Because the thing is too, many beings develop faster than a bunch of souls in this realm. Once you understand that, it can happen in a short time. And the thing is too, when you develop faster than other times or actually other beings and timelines, then you realize that many other beings will be stuck in their past for decades and actually eons. That's how fast it is, because once again, your growth cannot be explained nor articulated on a linear time equation. Because of that, you grew so far beyond your years that the beings that were ahead of you are still stuck in their past, and you're in your future and your past, and you're healing in the current right now, because you're aware of all three dimensions right now. You healed the mind, body, and the soul. Once you understand that, the spirit was already healing you the whole entire time. So how the fuck can you sit there and say you're a spiritual being when spiritual beings would never call themselves spiritual beings? So you're a liar. And I'm a liar for calling you a liar. But I just lied to myself for calling myself a liar. So what is the truth, liars? Niggas lie every single day about what they think they know, but nigga, you don't know shit. It's like people have to remove their ego from the conversation. That's why when you understand your wisdom, there is no conversation anymore, because niggas can't have any. Niggas be crying too much. Estrogen. Go take your pills, my boy. Now, the fifth one. Your solar age and your physical age. For one, within genetics as well, or science, quantum theories, quantum mechanics, and all that, your avatar follows their biological time programming system. Now, because of that, your solar awareness transcends their time and the avatar. Your solar awareness transcends the time and their timeline. When you realize that, you're not older or younger. For one, to me, you're in the now of the current. So because you're in the current, you understand that currently you're not actually in age, but you want to be considered an age to feel like you're an uncle or your nephew or you're somebody's son or daughter. That's not a saying that beings will ever say. So because of that, you're just unconsciously talking about what you never knew. Because age never knew how old it was. So why the fuck are we sitting here saying, oh, I'm this age or I'm that age, happy birthday to you? Every time somebody says that shit to you, they are basically saying, I am happy to see that you are about to die. Basically. That's how I see it. That's why I don't ever say happy birthday. I would say happy resurrection day to you, because technically speaking, you're not actually here in my eyes, but niggas don't understand that saying yet. They don't understand that wordplay yet because their mind can't comprehend it. Now, on top of that, even if you were born first, doesn't matter, because for one, when you understand that, the nature of consciousness has no time. Because of course, outside the physical time limit of your age, your soul is ageless. And because you're ageless, you are the observation of your age, physically. When you leave this awareness of your subconscious mind, and you're aware of your soul, and your soul becomes aware of you, there's a difference, by the way. When you're aware of your soul as the ego, because you're not the ego, but you are the awareness of the ego. But when you are aware of the ego that actually isn't even here to begin with, then your soul becomes aware of you. Now, when you become aware of you, who are you? If you weren't you. And if you weren't you, then what are you? Why are you? How are you? Where are you? Who are you? What do you think you are? That shouldn't even be an answer, because you are that you are. I am that I am. It's just that simple. You don't have to explain that shit to nobody, nigga, because you know who you are. And if you say God, that's satanic. Better watch your mouth. Now, understand too, the older generation can also still be younger than you. I hope you understand that. So whenever you see the older generation still manifesting their youth, they're just being themselves. That's their inner child. When you understand your inner child, you literally just stop caring. Because if you observe a child, they do not care at all. Because what can they care about besides themselves? And I don't expect an answer, because of course I never get an answer when I ask a question. So it's no biggie on that. And we ain't talking smalls either. Now, just because a being has lived longer, it does not mean that they actually have a bunch of wisdom. Now, because of that, a lot of older souls do exist in younger bodies. And they are existing in younger bodies because on a soulful aspect, they already existed in a higher realm of an eldership for guardianship. So on Instagram and TikTok, I'm talking about the levels of consciousness that a human being can reach. And I'm on part 8 right now. Part 8 is the guardians. So we understand that. So number 7 is, for one, your age. Your age comes from the soul evolution. Now with the guardian, you're able to guard other beings as a protector of infinite beingship. Now, I say beingship because, for one, you are actually on the mothership of your mindset, because you are able to control your mindset in infinite realms. Not only that, you are guiding other beings in infinite realms as a protector of realms. That's exactly why one of my main goals too, and I don't mind telling y'all, but I want to become the observation of Seraphim and Cherubim. I want to understand their knowledge of self. Because the thing is too, all I care about is information and knowledge, because all we have is that anyway. I'm not going to be here forever anyway, physically. So therefore, I had to understand that, for one, all I have is information for my spirit. I had to feed my soul information that I already know. That's exactly why I don't mind talking about ignorance, because I actually spiritually know this shit. Physically, I don't know anything, so I'm testing my mind. Basically, right now, I'm in the gym right now, but I'm not lifting any weights right now, literally. So now, for the last one, as you age, well, your true age is actually your evolution of the soul. When you understand that, that's when you realize that, I'm about to get over real quick, so excuse me, partner. Now, when you understand that, hold on. Go ahead, go. Go, my nigga, go. 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 Appreciate you, my guy. All right. Now, your growth depends on your subconscious awareness, not your years, and your subconscious awareness. Many will awaken in their youthful experience, but others can remain blind in their elder experience. Many can be aware in their youthful experience, but many can be blind in their elder experience. Many can be youthful in their elder experience, and many can be blind in their youthful experience. Either way it goes, you still can't see. Either way it goes, you still can't see. Now, because you can't see, what do you want to see within yourself? That's the problem right there. We want to see what life is, but you can't see what life is. Because if you do, what will you do when you see what life actually has been doing to you? Because what has life been doing to you? Pause. Pause. Because the rabbit hole gets deep. When you understand what life has been doing to you in divinity, will you still love on God? When you understand what life has been doing to you, will you appreciate what life has been doing to you? For you? Around you? Through you? Inside of you? Come on. And then the quotes I have was, time is man-made and the soul exists outside of it. Not only that, a newborn experimenter can carry more wisdom than their guardian. And that's a fact. As you can see, as us watching each other, as us making content, being creative, we are more wise than our parents. Our parents never taught us this shit. So who taught us? And the thing is too, I'm talking to the beings that don't have to watch like false prophets, false light bearers, niggas who gotta sit there and watch niggas who sell out to Jesuit orders. If you don't gotta watch dumb niggas, you're enlightened. Because you don't have to sit there and study a nigga's persona whole entire time. Their persona is manufactured. Niggas ain't even real. They're wearing skin suits, and we know that over here. That's why we expose them. But yet, niggas are still watching them. That's cool. Your awakening is not measured by how old you are or the years of your age. It's just your awareness. Your awareness determines how old you are. Many of us have lived a long life, but many of us has never evolved spiritually or consciously, and that's a fact. The next one, or in conclusion, your real age is your level of consciousness. Once again, the title, not your birth year. Understand that. Or yeah, the beginning of this title. Your age of consciousness is determined by the level of your awareness, not your birth year. How old you are physically does not determine how much you know, because you don't know shit. And the thing is too, I know by my unknowing that I told myself first, hey, wise men and women knows that they know nothing. Now, because I love that quote, by the way. I actually live by that shit. But once you understand that quote, once you know that you know nothing, there is no point of arguing, going back and forth, and belittling somebody's ideas because you think you know something. You can talk about a topic for 24 hours. When you get done, I'm going to and say, thank you for telling me unconscious beliefs that you think you know, and a system of beliefs that don't know what they believe in. Thank you for telling me about unconscious belief systems that cannot believe in their own delusion. Thank you for telling me things that you think you knew. I waited and sat here for 24 hours listening to you speak about a topic that you thought you knew. And I watched you, observed your mannerisms, your habits, your emotions. I watched you manifest words and spells to make it seem as if you knew what you was talking about. Whole entire time, when I say congratulations, man, that was amazing. You thought you knew what you were talking about. That person will tell me, what do you mean by that? Exactly. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And then you gonna ask me, what do you mean? You spent 24 hours telling me what you think this topic means, and yet you don't know what I mean? That's why many are called, but few are chosen. And what's crazy, none of us are chosen to teach shit. So who's chosen to do what? Who is chosen to do what? Because for one, I'd rather observe the chosen ones. Because for one, how can you be chosen when we're all chosen to do one thing? And what is that one thing that you've been doing before you were even born? Have a great and wonderful day, Divine Reflection, and get to the money, get to the work, get to your purpose, get to your observations, get to yourself, get to your currency, get to your divinity. Love yourself. If you made it this far, I want you to comment down below. I am appreciative for my authenticity. That's how I know that you're actually being authentic. And the thing is too, Do not comment that if you know that you're not authentic. Comment down below. I am thankful for my authenticity. If you know that you are appreciated for my authenticity and yours as well. I am thankful for my authenticity. I am thankful for my authenticity. I love y'all so much, man. I'm about to go ahead and get to this meeting. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another video. Part 2 for Solo Illuminati bitch ass getting exposed is coming out as well. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm gone.